Sterling Hall, is that from Tacot's law firm?
Aaron. What?
Is Sterling Hall from the Tacot's law firm?
I'm not sure, Judge, to be honest with you.
Okay.
It's hard to keep up with him because he's got so many.
It's true. Okay. Well, we'll just start. Good morning. I'm Judge Person. I do welcome everybody to court this morning. I just have a few people that I couldn't identify, and I just want to do that. I have iPhone 97, a young, yes. Hi, ma'am. What is your name?
Lindsay Stanford.
Great. Thank you, Miss Stamber. I do have you down now, and I will just rename it for the purposes of this meeting. And I'll be right with you. I'm Judge Person. Good morning. And if I could get, let's see, Sterling Hall, can you unmute? Sterling Hall, are you able to unmute?
Yes, Your Honor. For some reason, it was a little slow, but I can now. I'm going to try and start the video as well. There we are.
Hi, good morning. I forgot what law firm you're with.
Yes, ma'am. I'm with the Brett Pritchard Law Firm.
Okay, that's it. I was just trying to place that. And I knew you were an attorney by the name, but I just I couldn't recall it. Thank you very much for helping me with that.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll be with you shortly. And I also have a gentleman on a Galaxy Ultra, and I'm not sure if I recall your name.
You may be referring to me, Todd Chakach. I'm not sure.
Yes, I do. I do know you by that name. I just didn't, it's not on the screen, and I don't have trouble. Good
Sorry
morning.
about that. Good morning.
It's been a long time since I've actually seen you, Mr. Takach. I usually see someone from your law firm.
Yes.
And we'll be with you very shortly, okay?
Very good. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Okay, so just I do make announcements. Oh, and ma'am, I'm sorry, there's kind of a camouflage t-shirt on an iPhone. Yes.
Yes, good morning.
Morning. Tell me your name, please.
Veronica Williams.
Hi, Miss Williams. I'm going to be right with you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much. So I do make announcements, but I also, especially because many attorneys have been here before, so I do go ahead and begin the attorney room, the breakout room for pretrials. Mr. Matson is here for the city of Temple. Mr. Matson, can you unmute briefly and just introduce yourself, sir?
Morning, everyone. I'm Ryan Matson. I'm the prosecutor for the city.
Okay, great. And Mr. Matson, as you know, is like the equivalent of the district attorney. He's the city attorney, and he'll meet in the breakout room on pretrial matters. And since I don't participate in the actual discussion, we have that in that breakout room. And I'm going to begin with Mr. Marsh. Your case is before the court. I believe it's just the single case of Kyler Meyer, if that's right.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. Let me move you over to that meeting.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Matson's moving over to that meeting as well. We may have a relatively uneventful morning. Okay, just a few things before we get started. I want to let you know just a handful of things for folks who are appearing here for the first time, and that sometimes happens. I want to let you know a few things. When you're given a ticket, when you're given a citation, it's an accusation. When you give a plea, you're giving an answer or response to that accusation. And a plea is just an answer to that that accusation. And there are options for pleading. Guilty is one of those options. Not guilty is the presumption and also one of those options. And no contest is one of those options. If you plead guilty, you are admitting that offense. You're saying, I did this. And we move that case into sentencing. If you're already in sentencing and something's not working with that, or you have maybe warrants, which is not usual on this docket, but sometimes I'll allow it, and I think I did today. Then if you have a not guilty plea, I'm sorry, I'm mixing things. If you plead guilty where you have a sentence already going, we're talking about that sentence, and I'll give you more information about what sentences are like in Class C court in a moment. If you plead not guilty, that case is heading to trial. And that's the choice that you can make. You're presumed to be not guilty. And if you plead not guilty, you're just alerting the state that, I want a trial, let's move this case forward. And the state should have to prove that case against me. And we have the right to do that. There's no issue with that. The only real difference between how that would look in this court and elsewhere, there's three real big differences. One is that the jury here is a 6-person jury instead of 12. Another is that counsel is not court appointed here, although if you need time to meet with an attorney of your choice, let me know and we can delay the case and get you time to come back in the court with or without an attorney. It doesn't mean you have to hire someone. It means you're needing to seek legal advice first. And you do that, just say, Judge, I need some time, and I'll know what you're trying to do there. And then if you plead, and then the third difference really is that here you're not sentenced to jail, it's fines and costs. Those are the three big differences. In terms of warrants, because I am talking at least to one person with warrants, you can get warrants for either not showing up to court or in being in a court order, like a payment plan or something of that nature, and not finishing or completing that order. So those warrants are for non-completion of an order or non-appearance, something that was required to be done that didn't get done. And if that's you, I'll be talking to you about it, and we probably can get it sorted out in most instances. And I'm just pulling the file for the Meyer case. As I see those folks are back, I'm going to hit pause on this delivery of thoughts and go ahead and get Mr. Marsh and Mr. Mattson to unmute and tell me, let's get a check-in on the cases before the courts.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thank you. And I do appreciate Mr. Mattson being willing to work with me on this. The unfortunate thing is we've kind of lost touch with our client. As you know, we represent homeless and unhoused clients, and sometimes they aren't always able to stay in touch. The goal with this was we were going to have Mr. Meyer fill out the financial affidavit that the court provides. Unfortunately, we've not been able to get that completed. However, we do have a statement of inability to afford payment of filing fees and court costs, kind of based on the legislature's model.
Yeah,
We're happy to submit that as well.
that's no problem.
And then just enter a plea of no contest to the tickets to hopefully get those costs waived.
Okay, we may already have that. We're just pulling to see. I don't have a problem with it. Doesn't have to be form. I just need the essential information. The only thing is, I just want to confirm, and excuse me for this, but I feel like with what you've told me, I need that you're authorized to enter that plea for your client.
We are authorized to enter that plea. That's
Okay.
part of our, and I can share the page from our legal agreement if you would like, but we are authorized.
That's not required. That's your business and your contract. I wouldn't get involved in that, but we're just looking to see if we have that information for any status. But I can just ask you, you've met with this person, I'm presuming, at some point.
Yes.
And they were an unhoused person in your region?
I don't recall if they were unhoused or were they may have been in a shelter as well.
Okay. I seem to recall, let's see, maybe I just thought that. Okay, well, I'll look at the papers. I think we're printing. Hang on just a moment. Do we have that? Yeah, because we previously had some reductions. And that may have just been on the prosecutor's motion. Hang on. That I have. Yes, they are seeing if they had filed some. Go ahead and send that over.
Okay, I'll
and-
mute and I'll work on that and email that to your coordinator.
I might be able to waive the fines and costs. That's where I'm going.
Mhm.
Just based on no contact, the person being at risk. And I just kind of need to see it before I make that step. Do you want to hang on a moment while I wait to get that in from you? Can you?
Sure thing. Yeah, I'll mute and you can continue with your business and
If you'll send it to, I think you've been communicating with, has he been sending things to you, Aaron? I think you've been sending things to Ms. Stotts. Aaron,
that's correct.
send it directly to her if you could. It'll just be a little bit faster than if you use the court online help. That gets to me, but it takes a little longer to pull it.
Happy to do so.
And the wrong person might grab it because they're working that as well elsewhere in the building. So if you'll send that over, and once we have it, I'll take a good long look and we'll see if we need anything else.
Sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Mattson, just to confirm that is your understanding, and are there any dismissals on any of the cases, or are they all a no contest plea?
Your Honor, it sounds like they're all going to be a no contest plea on this one.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to make some quick notes, and then the clerk will hand me that info when it comes in. We'll circle back around at that point. Okay. We'll be right back with you. I'm going to move Mr. Mattson forward, and the next person is going to be, you'll talk with Mr. Wolf. And Attorney Wolf, if you can, this is on Cadence Education LLC, and I will move y'all over to that meeting.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Trying to do it. Okay, there we go. And there they are. All right. Thank you, Mr. Callahan. I see you here. I'm just trying to connect you to, yes, Richard Walker. We'll be with you soon, okay? I saw you come in and no problem. We're just working through the docket this morning. And I have just noted when people showed up, and I'm just working in that order.
Yes, ma'am. Never.
Thank you. I hope you're well. So I'm going to continue what I was talking about. And this is for folks who just, aren't represented, and I give this information to everyone. So I did talk, and I was just talking a moment ago about, if you need time to meet with an attorney, and again, that's just, hey, I need time, let me know, and we'll go from there. If you're demanding a trial, we're looking at a pretrial docket. Most likely the next step is in this courtroom, although we'll see. And, circumstances can be different for folks. And then, but generally. And then finally, the third plea, we were talking about what pleas take you, where a plea will take you. Because I can't give legal advice. I can't tell you your case, your facts, here's what you should do. I can just tell you how things move through my court. So if you enter a plea of no contest, it's not a guilty plea, but it's not a not guilty plea either. You're not admitting it. You're not guilty in the denial, but you're not denying it either. You're just moving the case forward without saying anything one direction or the other. If you plead no contest or guilty, I move right into sentencing. I look at the fines and costs first. Our law has presumptions that you just pay it. That's just not a reality for some people, and there's no shame or harm in that. I'll look at your financial situation and make a determination as to what is appropriate at that point. The fines that are associated with a citation are what we call a window fine in a municipal court. Someone walks up to the window, they want an answer, what's it going to cost? They've got an answer. But if it's your case and you're here, the answer may be different. And I look at financial information and circumstances in making a determination. So what I'll do for folks that I'm doing a guilty or no contest plea on this medium, which is by agreement. I'm gonna, look at your physical, what you filled out for me to look at. It's pretty simple. I may have a few questions. There may be information you need to tell me about your situation, and we'll go from there. The law also presumes that I find you guilty, but there are 4 exceptions to that on a plea of guilty or no contest. I'm going to tell you real briefly what those are, and then I'll tell you how they work. Compliance dismissals, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court are all methods that a person has to keep an item from their record. Compliance dismissals are things under the law where the law specifies that they can be brought up date. And the language is very important here. It says, and the judge shall do a dismissal. If I know you've brought it up to date, I start looking for that dismissal and I talk to you about it. You can ask questions, but I'm not supposed to wait for the question because it says the judge shall dismiss. So if I can find a way toward a dismissal for you, I'm going to do that with you. That's that first one. The second one is called driving safety course options, and that's for moving violations. And under certain circumstances, you might qualify for that program. I will be looking automatically for that because, again, it says the judge shall do so, and I will look for that. And if you qualify, I'll talk to you about what that would look like. If you want to do it, we'll try to accommodate and get you forward with that. If you don't want to do it or you're not qualified, we're continuing without that option. Some people don't want to do that option. It will save you money. It will keep the item off your record, and it will keep you from, in some instances, from paying the whole amount of the window fine. So I'll talk to you more about that if that's your circumstance, and if you want to do it. Okay. So ask about it if you want to. I'm looking for it as well automatically. Then the third option for a sentencing and being found not guilty is to do what is called a deferred disposition. Deferred is a delay, disposition, dispose of. I just delay finishing the case. I put an order in place. If you fulfill that order, you do the listed items on the order, you gain a dismissal. The way that you get a deferred, I just call it a deferred. The way that you get a deferred in a Class C court is a little different from other types of courts. You just simply ask on a plea of guilty or no contest. Guilty or no contest, I would like a deferred. That's very simple. The judge is supposed to give it full consideration each time she or he is asked to do that. I will certainly do that, and I'm very open to those requests. I don't make them for you because I would be advocating for you at that point, and I'm not allowed to do that. So you have to speak up, or I'm supposed to assume you don't want to do that. So I would like a deferred. That's how you ask. If you're on the not guilty docket, I look at those agreements made by parties favorably as well. That's up to the 2 parties whether they want to engage in that. And so if you're on that docket, you may or may not choose to discuss that with the prosecutor. And then finally, the fourth option is called teen court. Teen court is a type of deferral in a certain way. It looks like one. There are things to do, and it's for high school and middle school students. I really don't think I have any on my docket today, so I'm not going to talk about that at length because it's a waste of time. But if one pops up, well, I'll go into it then. Okay, so that's really the 101. And we're probably looking for signatures somehow today on documents and things. So we'll need to sort out how we do that as well. Okay, so that's kind of the 101 for my docket. I do want to circle back and just talk to Mr. Marsh. I do have the statement from Mr. Meyer, and you can unmute at any time. Give me just a moment. I'm reading this. He certainly qualifies.
I believe so. And to answer your question, the reason I was having trouble remembering whether it was unhoused or shelter is he's couch surfing. So,
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the couch surfing. Um,
we do have a lot of clients like that. And if he qualifies, then I'm certainly happy with that. I would be remiss if I didn't at least try to ask for, I mean, I believe I've discussed it with Mr. Mattson previously. If we are going to do it, I would like to ask that maybe we dismiss the insurance related cases just due to the suspensions that can come from those and plea on the others. But obviously with him not here, our options are limited.
right. Do you want to talk to Mr. Mattson about that? That's a single charge.
If I'll have the time.
I don't have the ability to throw out cases as you would probably well know, but I don't mind if you want to talk to him about it here again in a moment, okay?
Okay, I wanted to address the financials first, and then so that now
That's-
that we've done that, this is great.
Yeah, not a problem. We'll work you back in, okay?
Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. I am going to go ahead though and start with Veronica Williams. And Miss Williams, if you can unmute and just first tell me how you're doing today. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me help too. Sometimes it can help if I send a request.
I'm good.
We're good. Listen, I got everything from you, but I just want to check in with you first. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you.
Just take a deep breath, okay? I know there are warrants and that can cause people to be worried. Don't worry. I will listen and I will give you my consideration, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I want to also just review what I've received from you to make sure that I'm interpreting it right and that I'm on the same page with you.
Okay.
So I did receive, there was a plea entered, but I received a no insurance charge. This is from April 5th of 2022. I received a plea of no contest and a request for community service, which I haven't looked yet, but I will look in a moment. In fact, let me do that first.
Okay.
Put that issue down. Hang on just a moment. These are in a funny order, so I'm just gonna make sure I'm on the same page. Okay. Not a big deal. Give me a second. Okay, hang on just a minute. Let's go this way and then I always try to go in an order just to keep things real clear in my mind. Easier for me to listen when I do that. So give me just a moment. I want to
Okay.
confirm that I've got it all. So yeah, and so also I know that you requested well, some of the requests are for a payment plan and some are for community service. You're qualified to be in the community service program. And I will talk to you more about that as we proceed and what that would look like. Because I have still a few questions. Let's hit the pause button for just a moment. I'm going to get Mr. Wolf and Mr. Mattson moving forward because there's a bigger docket on the other end of this. So I'll be right back with you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And so, gentlemen, since it is cadence education, where are we on that?
Judge, we've just had a couple different hiccups dealing with LLCs. It's a bit more of a drawn out process.
It is.
But I think that one more reset and we're gonna have it nailed down. If we could reset to the 10th next month.
Okay. So I don't mind doing that. The 10th of September.
Yes, Judge.
Let me just make sure that what's all good. Okay. So we're resetting onto this Zoom docket. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I don't mind doing that at all. I'm going to send that to the email that we have on file for Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf, will that work for you?
Yes, ma'am. That'd be perfect.
And just so that both of y'all know, no problem at all. If y'all have some kind of agreement though, it'd be great to get it earlier just because there's so many.
Right.
But I'm not pushing for an agreement. I just want y'all to know that that would be great. But however, if that doesn't happen, that's okay too. And if we do
That's
it
the goal, Judge.
at the last minute, it's okay too. Just encouraging y'all. But I'm gonna let Mr. Wolf go, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all have a good day.
And you as well. Mr. Hall, I think you're ready to go, and I'm gonna move you over to that meeting with Mr. Mattson. Okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Ms. Williams, I'm just coming back to you, and I haven't forgotten where we were. I did have a few questions, but what I like to do first is just confirm the pleas that you have entered, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So there is a speeding charge in the school zone. These are older. It's from 2014, August 29th. If it was paid at the window, it would be $470.60. We're going to look at that, but I did receive a plea of no contest to the underlying charge of the speeding. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There's a license invalid charge, and it's from a stop August 11th of 2016. That window fee is $456.17. But again, we'll have a discussion about that. I did receive a plea of no contest. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then a speeding charge. It's step up a few years, August 31st of 2019. Fines and costs on that are at $366.60. I did receive a plea of no contest. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then a registration charge, the registration being expired, and I did receive a plea of no contest. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the license being invalid, August 31st of 2019. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then there was a violation of the promise to appear, which is dating from the August 29th, 2014 charge. There's just a single charge, and there is a plea of no contest. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes.
And then one more of those was filed for a different citation, and for the one dating August 31st. And I did receive a plea of no contest. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
And then finally, there was a no insurance charge from April 5th. The fines and costs are for $30.30. And I did receive a plea of no contest. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then I had just a couple of questions because I have you working at TTEC. Is that still the case?
Yes.
Okay. And are you or anyone in your family disabled or receiving assistance like food stamps, anything of that nature?
No, just
And-
my grandmother. She receives Medicaid, but no like food stamps or anything.
Okay, well, that's still helpful to know. And another question I have is, are you the only income to the home?
Yes.
And are the parents helping?
No.
Okay, so just the grandchild with you and you're taking care.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm glad your grandchild has you.
Thank you.
So then is your work full-time?
It is.
Okay. And I'm just seeing like a very tightly tight budget here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I certainly can do community service. I'm a little concerned that you're not gonna have time to do it, which doesn't mean we would then do payments. It means I'm gonna need to make some adjustments. Tell me a little more about your circumstances.
so I'm single and I have my granddaughter that I've been taking care of since she's been born. Uh, and I just, just trying to maintain with everything going up you know. Um, I work from home. I was trying to get a second job, but everything is kind of tight fit for my schedule, right? I do need to try to get my license back, reinstated, because only thing that was holding my license was, tickets. And I thought that they had been set out and they was all at the Omni base,
Okay.
but when I was calling them, they kept saying that was what's holding. But then when I came there last week or a couple weeks ago, at the municipal court, she told me that wasn't it. So I had these other tickets.
Okay. I have a question about something you just said. You said that you thought they might have been time served. Have you been in jail at all since really 2014?
No, I don't think so. No.
Because if you were at Bell County, I can look at their records and see if I can apply any jail credit.
Yeah, that's what she was telling me when I was there. But I think she was able to dismiss a couple of them because I had been to jail before 2014.
Okay.
After that.
Okay. I think I actually remember. I think I remember signing that. Now that you're mentioning it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we've done the right job as far as all that goes. If I order community service, I'm going to be honest with you. I think, Miss Williams, that I need to just waive your fines and costs. And I'm going to waive it at this time.
Okay, thank you.
I don't see that you're going to have time with the child, with the work, with the stress of the bills. I'm waiving the fines and costs. I do want to ask you, because these are going to impact your record. I do want to ask you if you have, we're going to send it to you. There's a set of forms we have. They're actually available online on a place called lawhelp.com. It's a state website through the Texas Supreme Court. I can send you copies of all of that. It's how to get an occupational license. You may need one. It includes the forms that are required to get filed in order to ask the justice of the peace in the community, which I think is going to be here for you. But it'll show you how to find that out. And you just walk through the steps that they've laid out in the packet for you, and you'll be able to get an occupational license or a regular license, whichever sort of comes first. Okay.
Okay.
It sounds like you've kind of got a pretty good idea of what you're doing. I just want to give you that next piece, and that is indigent information that's available to the public. So we'll send it to you. Okay.
Okay.
And can you print it where you are?
Yes.
Okay, great. We'll send that over to you, and I'm just going to tell them to email that to you. Maybe it'll be helpful as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. As of now, I've recalled your warrants, and I'm signing your waivers this morning, and we should be able to pull our hold out of the Omni base here soon. Some of yours, I think, are there. They take a little bit of time to clear over there because DPS takes some time. I'm sure you're familiar.
Yes.
They're a little bit slower, but they just want to make sure they get it right, I guess. But anyway, I recognize that can be frustrating. But in any event, if you'll watch their website, that failure to appear website, you'll see our cases drop to closed here in the next. Well, we'll release them today, but they may take up to 20 business days, which is about a month to clear. Just keep looking when you see them drop. You can check and see if your record has been changed, your license status, okay?
Okay,
And then if you need an occupational, that takes some time too. Those forms include forms to ask that judge to waive the filing fee. Okay, you can let that judge know, I've already found you unable to pay, or what we call indigent, okay?
yes, ma'am.
All those things could help you advocate for yourself, and I wish you the best, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
Yes, Ms. Williams, do you have any further questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for your time. You are free to go now.
All right, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
And thank you for that. Okay, just moving forward. I would like to talk to, I believe I had, Mrs. Stamper, Lindsay Stamper here. And if I could just get you onto the screen, and unmute, that would be fantastic. Not sure if you're able to do video, Miss Stamper, but if you're able.
Yeah, there we go. Hi.
Thank you. Hi. Okay, so this is a speeding it's 75 and a 60, and the accusation date is July 3rd. And if you paid it at the window, as we say, it's $254. I did receive a plea of no contest. I know you're a single parent. That's a new status, so you're adjusting. You're a student as well, full-time, and not working right at this moment. Are you in school? Like, where are you in school?
Did you say what am I in school for? I'm sorry.
No, I asked where are you in school? Like, where do you go?
Ranger College in Stephenville.
Okay, college. And I did receive a plea of no contest to the speeding charge. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I can look at community service as an option. You can do that where you are. You wouldn't come to Temple to do that, because you're over in Brownwood. And so, that if I did that, that would be 13 hours. And what you would do is, I have a form that I would send you, and it basically is a form where any nonprofit, I'll accept it. They just have to be willing to fill out the nonprofit status paper that I send you. I just have to verify that they are up to date with their nonprofit status. That takes about a week. So we'll give you like a week to get it to us. And then you'd have about 45 days to complete the community service. What with all the changes and having a child, that might be the best approach. What do you think?
Due to me not having a job right now, I don't have very much income either. I can't really afford to get a babysitter to do community service. That's the biggest issue.
Who watches your child when you are in school?
I do it all online, so they're always with me.
Okay. Okay, hang on just a moment. Let me think about that. Let me take Mr. Hall and Mr. Mattson.
Okay.
Get that file. Yes, just hang on. Let's see. Richard's firm. I think we had a few cases. Would y'all want to start? Why don't we begin with the Joseph McGee case?
That's where I was going to start as well, Your Honor. We have reached an agreement on that case.
Okay, where are we?
First, I'm going to be requesting that you reduce the fine from $350 to $100.
Okay,
And then once that reduction has been entered, we're going to be placing that case on a deferral.
okay.
And the terms of that deferral are just going to be a 90-day period and just good behavior, the standard requirements. There's going to be no class or anything like that.
And after the reduction, what's the payment?
The fine would be 100 and the court costs are 81, and that would just be due by the 30th day of the period.
9/12. Okay, so reduction to 181. Hold on a moment. I'm not sure if I have a warrant fee here. If I have a warrant fee, we may have a little issue. Hang on.
Okay.
Let me just look and see if it's correct.
Yes, Your Honor.
Um. Okay, no, there's no warrant fee. The fines are $350. So those will reduce to 100, and then the remaining just McGee. Yeah. Okay, the fine becomes $100, and let me know if you have questions. And we'll get that deferred ready shortly. Mr. Hall, if I email that to you at the email that we were provided with for the hearing today, can you print it, sign it, and get it back to us today?
I sure can, ma'am.
Very good. Okay, let's move to the next case. And that case is going to be McQuaid, Damien.
Yes, ma'am.
And where are we with this case?
Your Honor, we have an offer on the table for this case, but I think if we reset to give Mr. Hall a chance to look at discovery, that would be best.
Okay. Has discovery been completed then?
It has, Judge. It was sent this morning.
Okay, very good. Let's reset if you all are okay with this to 9:10.
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
Great. Can I email that to the email that we have on file?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And here we go. And then the next case looks to be the last one, Andrea Reinierson.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge. The last time that we talked about Ms. Reinerson's case, Mr. Hall asked for a reset to have a chance to submit the financial affidavit.
I have it.
And yeah, he sent it this morning. It just hasn't been signed, but I told him that if he emailed it to Aaron, he could just talk to you and verify the information on there.
Yes, Your Honor. My apologies for that.
Is that something you reviewed with your client?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Okay. So Andrea Reinierson would then be indigent. And are we moving forward with that in mind, or are we resetting?
I believe we're moving
Be
forward.
moving forward with that in mind, Your Honor. We actually had a deferral offer on the table, but we wanted to see if indigency was going to play a factor in that.
It does. If we do community service, it looks like to be about 33 hours of community service. I have her being in Temple, and I certainly would be willing to give 60 days for completion.
Let's see, Your Honor. That I don't necessarily think that would be much of an issue. I do know that my client informed me that she was moving soon, so I don't know. I would have to see specifically when she's moving.
Do you know where
To see,
she's moving?
ma'am.
Do you know where she's moving?
Let me see. Let me look at my notes. No, ma'am, I do not at this time. I can get that information for you.
Okay, the real issue is, just not losing the person.
Of course.
And making sure that we know how to reach them in case we need to, describe for them how to do community service in an alternative community, because, people might have come through Temple, we have jurisdiction, but that doesn't mean they're here.
I understand. I'll make sure that's very clear to her specifically that she's not to leave the jurisdiction until specifically everything's been taken care of.
I wouldn't say that. I would say just to change your address with us and let us know how to communicate with her. What are we doing on the case?
If Mr. Hall is amenable to that, then I would just say that we can enter the deferral now with the community service hours due at the 60th day.
Yes, I'm fine with that.
Okay. The way that this works is I have a list of places where they can do the community service. They're all nonprofits in the community. And if they want to go somewhere that's not listed, I have a pre-approval process that would need to be completed by 2 weeks from today, just to give time to get it approved. It means that they go to any nonprofit in their area. They work with that party to fill in the nonprofit information. They get that over to us, or you do. And either if it's a nonprofit and it's up-to-date nonprofit and they've signed it, then I generally approve it. And then they're free to use that one, or they can use the list that I provide. So
Understood.
both options are on the table until you and your client elect one of them. Are there any other terms and conditions of deferral?
No, Your Honor, just the hours.
Okay, so no other conditions. And we'll get that all ready and send it over to you. And I'm actually signing the paper for the McGee case right now, so we'll get that over to you as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so I believe that concludes everything on the 3 cases. We've resolved 2 and 1 is still pending. Is there anything else before the court that either party needs to address regarding just the Pritchard law firm generally?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, then Mr. Hall, whenever you're ready, you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Take care, everyone.
Thank you. Mr. Matson, Mr. Marsh had a quick question now that he knows that I would waive fines and costs for his client. I'm gonna let y'all just talk for a moment, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Marsh, you should be able from your screen to jump back over to that meeting.
I don't see the option.
Okay,
Wait, breakout rooms. I'm looking at it and I'm heading there now.
great, very good. Okay. I've got someone in the courtroom. I'm gonna just be a few minutes, okay? Thank you. So Ms. Stamper, give me one more minute. I'm just want to get back on my train of thought here. You're actually receiving food stamps and you've had to move, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. I just moved from Brownwood to Stephenville.
And it's 3 children in the home and they're all home with you?
Yes,
Okay. All right, and then you're online student.
yes, full time.
Okay. So actually, you're probably getting like student loans. It's not, you're getting some debt associated with how you're needing to do things at this moment. Is that a safe statement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna waive your fines and costs.
Thank you.
I don't, with 3 children and debt and changes and new community, I just don't see it happening, and I'm not gonna order you to do something that I know you cannot do. You are,
Thank you.
the conviction gets entered, but you are free to go with a 0 balance in the thanks of the court.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and so we're just waiting for, on the Meyer case, Mr. Marsh. And then we have Mr. Koch and Mr. Callahan on the Walker case. Let's see. Mr. Koch, we've got a couple of cases, I think. I know. Joanne Flores is a no show. Excuse me. On his Flores, I think I just have pretty good notes there.
Motions for, excuse me, the waivers for Williams Chief Justice.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Gentlemen, where are we on the Meyer cases?
Judge, there are two insurance charges.
Hmm.
And I would just like to move to dismiss both of those.
I only see one. Let me double check.
I believe one is phrased as no MVI, which I was reading as no motor vehicle insurance. So it's not the traditional FMFR.
Because it's from 05, it is a no motor vehicle inspection charge. And as y'all know, those charges have gone away. I don't mind a dismissal on that, but it isn't an insurance case.
That was my misreading of the charge then.
I misread that as well.
Okay.
But I would move to dismiss those two.
Okay,
As
And then
citations.
we'd like to plead no contest to the remaining charges.
okay. I can do those dismissals here in the courtroom, Mr. Mattson, due to the fact that you indicated them precisely. And then entered the plea of no contest on the 3 remaining charges. And then I will waive the fines and costs due to the unhoused and indigent status of the party.
I
Okay,
greatly appreciate that, Your Honor. I appreciate your court has been a delight to work with.
thank you very much. We don't hear from y'all that often, but every now and then we do. And
Just
y'all
occasionally. All
keep,
right,
keep doing your thing. Good luck.
we'll do our best. All right, thanks a lot.
We'll
May I be
send
excused?
copies. Yes, we're gonna
Oh.
send copies of the paperwork to your email.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Mr. Mattson, you're moving forward with Mr. Takach. I believe there are 2 or 3, let me look, 2 cases, R.L. Buxa and John Gary Smith. Mr. Takach,
Yes,
you're
Your Honor.
great, perfect. I just like to make sure your sound's on, and it is, so we're good.
I'm here.
Great. And Mr. Callahan, we certainly haven't forgotten about you. We'll be right with you. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. No worries.
Good. I like not worrying. Okay, this is Miss Williams, right? Thanks for the date stamp, most appreciated. It's the little things, right? Oh, no, it's fine. It's just nice in court, you know, what I really like is when we are checking details back and forth. Because that way we're less likely to have mistakes and to catch them if we do.
Someone's.
Okay. Here on Stamper. Then on this one, the prosecutor moved to dismiss these 2.
Yes.
They entered pleas on these 3, and those are waivers.
Okay.
Okay. And then I've got this, but I don't think we've scanned it yet.
Oh, it is.
Okay, very good. And then I'll just hand it all back to you. There you go. Thank you. That's Jackson.
And then Meyer, you said those other cases are waiving planning?
Yes, he's indigent and it's a hardship.
I'll do those.
He's unhoused. This is just a request for an extension on her community service. I don't mind, even though she's not here, I'm gonna go ahead and grant the extension.
Jackson.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to her because I don't know how long she needs. We haven't had anything back from her. Because she's not here though, I'm just gonna give 30 days. I normally would give more if I knew I needed to. That's what I was hoping to avoid. But we can let her know, and she's got a lot in here. I did read it, but what I don't know, and I guess let me just double check. Oh, hold on. She's homeless. Oh, I'm had this confused. I read, but I now I've got this email.
Yeah, there's an email.
No, I'm waiving the community service. I'm waiving it. I'm just gonna write it on this order. Just a hardship. Lots of waivers today. Okay, and then I have if you're on screen watching, I have somebody here that I just need to do a search warrant for. Come on up. How are you today, officer? Good deal. If you will raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm that the information provided is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. How have you been? Good. Oh, I'm well, thank you. The usual summer chaos, presumably from the heat. Thank you. Ooh, lava. We definitely,
We need some WD.
we need some WD-40 on that business. Mercy. Let me get your signature. Here. I have mild hearing loss in one side, so it amplifies. And it's almost painful.
Painful.
It was painful for you too. Yeah, was right up there. Is this one we're gonna go in and clear it, or is it just to go and look, investigate further?
Just look, this is for the building standard.
Oh, I see. You know, it's a silly thing to say, but that's one of the few things I miss. I like that process. I think because having grown up as a kid here and driving my bike up and down every alley in town, I felt personal about. I knew everything that we were looking at most of the time.
Yeah.
So there are two of them. That's for you, yeah. Okay. Are these separate things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. These we just scan over and wait for the second one. Hang on, in fact, hang on just a moment. I'm sorry. Yes, Mr. Matson, did you need to speak with me first? Or
No,
bring,
Judge, I think we're just waiting for Mr. Takash to come back over.
let me get him over. Hang on, just. There we go. Okay, let's check in if y'all are ready on the Buxa case.
There's
Yes,
an
Your Honor.
offer on the table for that one, Your Honor. But Mr. Takash needs to convey that to his client and look over discovery. So if we could reset, that'd be great.
Okay, can we do September 10th?
Yes.
That's fine with me, Judge.
Can I email to the email that you have on file, Mr. Takaч?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. I will have the clerk send that over to you shortly.
Thank you.
And then on the John Gary Smith, a little more complicated. Let's see where we are.
I believe that he owes omni fee for each of his 5 citations, $30 per citation, and we're going to instruct him to send that in. If we can reset it for the same day on September 10th, hopefully he'll have it in before that. And
So
this will be
question, are y'all trying to clear it before you proceed?
We're trying to have the omni fees or the omni holds lifted And then once that's been done, I'm just gonna file dismissals on all those.
I have, oh, on all the cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you're dismissing and the omni fees are paid, they become a refund.
The Omni fees become a refund?
Yes,
Oh, I was under the impression that I could not dismiss until the Omni fees had been paid.
no, that's a good question. When a party, like an attorney, pays the omni fee, you can wait till it clears the omni system and gets out before you take action, because sometimes that provides a benefit that the two parties are after. And when you do that and the court, the main thing I hold on to at that point is I want that attorney to stay on the case till it's completed, but I don't have a problem with that. Once we pull those out of Omni and they clear, then whatever happens to those cases is more, it's just kind of more like it would have been had the person been here on time. So what happens then is, let's say a different set of cases, because I don't want to talk about these. Let's say there are 4 cases pending and you decide to dismiss 2 and plead to 2. So the 2 that get dismissed, those fees that are paid, whatever they are, they're like a bond. And the bond on a dismissed case goes back to the party of origin, whoever paid it. Because you don't pay them to Omni, you pay them to us and we remand them to Omni when the case is completed.
I see.
And that's the point of order that's confusing, I'm sure. So the person pays those fees and then but once the case is dismissed, then it all reverts back. So if the purpose is to dismiss them all, then y'all need to talk about why we don't do that today, maybe.
If the Omni fees are not going to prevent the dismissals from going through, then I have no problem filing those today.
Correct. You have it
Okay.
right.
Then I will get those over to you when this Zoom call is over.
Okay. And that's, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases.
That is correct.
Okay, we'll look for your dismissals right after court. I will sign them, Mr. Chakotch. We will email them to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'll make some notes for the clerk here in a moment on that. Mr. Chakotch, if you don't have any further questions, I will let you get going.
Okay. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
And Mr. Callahan, I think somehow needed to get off or something happened, but he's
There he
ready.
is.
Okay, Mr. Callahan, I see you there, and it is your time.
Sorry,
It happens. Yeah,
yeah, sorry about that.
it happens. Your timing couldn't be better because actually I'm moving you into that meeting now, okay? Mr. Mattson, he's been here all along. It just something clicked. He clicked off a moment ago for whatever reason, technologically, I don't know.
All right.
Another call.
I'll meet him in the breakout room.
Yeah, you never know. Okay, there you go. Okay. Let me stamp these and then let me get back to this. And I think Aaron's going to help us with these, but
Yes.
it's not terribly complicated, but it is a,
Shadow her.
yeah, cool. Timing is good for that. Let's see. These dismissals. These look great. And sometimes I just write in my thing. It's not a correction.
Is that on the last one with the other?
Mhm.
Okay, I wasn't sure what to.
Normally nothing. Sometimes I'll write a note, just for my memory, like later I can, if I ever get asked about it, unlikely, but if I did. It's enough. What we have to have is this plus one of these.
Uh-huh.
And so it's usually this or this. One of these 3 things. And then sometimes I put in other.
Yeah, I know I did one of the first ones into here, Aaron.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll say like it's medical,
Oh, that's right.
or something like
Yes,
that. Yeah.
yes.
Okay, back to Crestview block 04, 004. Different person, right? Okay, let me get your signature. I'll read it. And oh, goodness, okay. Oh. Is this code enforcement again? I mean, buildings and standards. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I bet it's just spilling out, isn't it? Okay, so let's get you copies, and Aaron's gonna work with us on that with, this is Melanie. She often goes by Mel. And she's our new extra Aaron at times. Okay,
There's two different ones, right?
Yeah, so.
okay, where are we on Richard Walker's case?
Judge, we had an offer that was memorialized in an email from Mr. Mattson on July the 11th that had a deadline on it appropriately. And Mr. Walker has fallen off the face of the earth. All we are is dust in the wind, as the song goes, and he is in the wind. And so we are going to be asking the court to allow us to withdraw from his case and send him a letter letting him know that his deadline has expired and that he needs to make arrangements. I don't know if he's going to be wanting a trial, but in terms of our ability to facilitate anything for him, I think that the ship has sailed.
Okay, file your motion. I'll set it. It helps me if you will lie out in that motion, like what happened or the attempts that you've made and certify the last known address, because then I don't really need you at the hearing at that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. It will be done.
Okay, great. Well, then what I will do is I'm gonna just reset this to keep things moving. I'll set it for September 10th. If I get something from you that allows me to set it for a withdrawal prior to that setting, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll take it up at that hearing.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you.
So I'm just gonna treat this as an online reset for today.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Callahan, can we email to the email that we used for today's hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay, then you are good to go unless you have further questions.
No, thank you.
Thank you, sir.